Jedd Fisch says Arizona had its time to celebrate, but there's a lot of work left to do before the 3 remaining games. So the team's getting focused once again this week. Will Plumbers should be ready to go for this weekend's game, but there's still other injuries being examined. Jedd Fisch breaks it down.
I don't expect him to practice today, but he was out there yesterday at practice. We didn't throw any with him yesterday, but I would expect him to be able to start on Saturday.
What's it say, just, I know you kind of answered this, but his toughness, I mean, you can just tell after the game he was exhausted.
Yeah. He was a worn down guy after the game. I mean, his body took some hits. He was our leading rusher, ran for 73 yards. Definitely got dinged up a bunch and just had no interest in not playing. And that to me is the greatest attribute a quarterback can have. The one that says, whatever it takes for me to finish this game, I'm going to finish this game. And his toughness, his resiliency, really even going back early. He was very disappointed after the NAU game. I think he made the comment that was one of the worst nights of his life in an interview with you guys. And then he comes back and Cal game, we go up 13-0, then we don't win that game. And then USC, he's more resilient and plays his best game. And then this week, he's just tough as nails and just keeps getting better. And I think, we just keep reminding ourselves that he's got 3 more years of football left after these 3 games. So hopefully there's a lot there left in the tank. Today being their day off, I'll probably have a better update for you. Today they'll all be in for treatment. They were all in for treatment yesterday. Jordan Morgan, Donovan Lay is working through protocols. I would say Josh McCauley's working through some things. I would say Christian Roland Wallace is working through some things. But I would believe that they'll all be playing on Saturday. That's kind of our plan at this point. That is our expectation.
What do you mean by protocols?
They got to work through some. Donovan Lay has working through a concussion protocol from a couple weeks ago, or from, I guess it was the USC game.
Jedd, can you talk about the reaction for the team for Will, who had been sent back to the locker room twice, was in a tent, and refused to come out of the game? How did they react? Did it really help him win over the team as the leader? And if he's not able to practice this week, how do you plan on splitting up rotations, at least for the next couple of days to get back?
Yeah, well, we're not practicing today, so it gives them another day of rest. We'll figure out tomorrow in terms of who can take those reps. The team loves, you heard it. You saw it on Twitter. You saw what his teammates said about him. His toughness shined through. His resiliency shined. He's certainly somebody that you are proud of to call a teammate. You want that. You expect that. You want your quarterback, who's your leader on the field, to be somebody that wants to always find a way to get going and to get out there and to be the guy that leads the team. And I think he would have been hard-pressed to not want to take that knee. We practiced victory formation since spring football, so it was nice to get into that, and I know he wanted to be the one that did it.
You give out a lot of game balls in the locker room after the game. Have you ever had players give you a game ball, and what did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was awesome. I actually got one my first when I was the interim head coach, and we won that game. I got one, but it was a totally different, feel. I really felt like that was Jim Mora's game ball, and I just happened to have accepted it for him. In this case, it was so special. What he said was super special to me. How he presented the ball, and just the way those guys, just the pure joy that they felt. It was really, something I'll never forget. The smiles, the jubilation, the love that we all share for one another. It's been hard. We've been playing 2 teams every week this season. We've been playing a streak, and we've been playing the team we played. And the fact that cloud is past us, now we can just go out there and just play each opponent one at a time. But I think that game ball meant a lot to everybody. I don't really plan on giving out as many game balls as I did that game. But, there's sometimes you do it. Defense gets a shutout. The defense gets a game ball, and that was pretty close to one.
Jason.
Utah's a really good team. How do you kind of move past, okay, we won our first game, but, okay, we have another one a few days from now?
Yeah, I just told our team, so what, now what? Okay, it's over. at this point. We have signs all over our building. So what now? And you know, we enjoyed our victory, and coaches, players were back at practice yesterday at 7:00 at night, and I think the guys are waiting to see how we're going to react. And the first thing we did was put them on the line and ran for penalties. Then we put the coaches on the line and ran for penalties. And us coaches ran, and players ran, and then we went right to individual and tried to figure out a way to get better. And that is going to be our mentality all the way through. We've got 3 games left of this season. We've got a spring of football, and we have to find a way to get better every single day to be ready for this Utah team on Saturday.
You told your team after the game, this is the beginning. What would you call the first 10 months?
I would say that this, you know, the beginning of winning. You know, I think the first 10 months was laying the foundation. My hope was that I told our team, you know, you climb out of this hole and, you know, you keep seeing that light flash, and then you kind of get back in the hole, and then you see the light flash, and then finally you get your head above, you know, above land, and you're now able to climb out of that hole. And now the question is, you know, how high of a building can you build from here? And that's kind of where we're at this point.